Where are we going? We are going to intensive treatment. Okay. Let's see. Guess to my right? This way. It says might be the easiest way. We shall find out.
Look how green and cool that is. I like it. That's awesome.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna fight some bad guys. Broke his arm. I mean, these guys are getting lucky. I mean, Batman is now breaking limbs. He will maim you.
I mean, just honestly, like, the medical costs and the property damage alone are a lot.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
To repair a person's broken arm and then the treatment required after that.
I mean, not to mention the emotional trauma.
Well, no, I mean, they're already in an asylum, so no one cares about that. They're already working on that. But the additional medical costs, yeah.
You know, the bat ears is where he keeps the antenna for his comlink.
Makes sense. Gives him a little extra extension. Like a Martian. Not to be confused with Green Martian.
Yeah.
I would say in Supergirl they're doing a good job on Green Martian there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
That's actually pretty cool.
The guy that
he's a neat character.
The guy that plays him, so Green Martian can, you know,
shapeshift.
So he, in his daily, is Hank.
You're late for your appointment. Very rude.
Great actor. I really like what they did.
That's great. I haven't seen a lot of that stuff yet. I don't know if I will. I've seen a ton of the stuff. It's hard to keep up with it all.
I mean, there's like 4 seasons of The Flash now, and Arrow's on like 6 seasons, getting on 7.
I mean, the nice thing about the Flash series is like it really shows off that that character isn't useless.
Oh my gosh, he's probably one of the most amazing characters out there.
I mean, people kind of equated him to Aquaman at one point, when Aquaman was useless.
Because they were like, this guy can just run really fast, but he can't do anything else. And it's like, that's actually not true at all. He's trained in combat.
Well, some versions of him are. There are a lot of different versions of Flash.
And he could literally learn how to fight faster than everyone else.
Yeah, he can learn how to do anything.
Like, he could read every single, like, book that's ever been written.
Well,
every
he has
type
access
of
to the internet. I'm surprised
manual.
he doesn't just do it.
Like, that's my point. It's like, I mean, because that's what they did in the show. He's like, he reads, he's like, you know, like, all that stuff. And I mean, one time he was reading a report by Iris, his wife. And she's like walking, pacing. She's like, "Well, what do you think?
Yeah,
Have you? I mean, he's like, it's fantastic. It's the best you've ever written." She's like, "Really?" She's like, "I would have thought you would have read it by now." He's like, "Oh yeah, I totally read it like 30 times, but I just thought I'd go slow so that way it'd give you a minute." She's like, so they kind of antagonize. They're just fun. They do little quip things, so they've known each other since they were kids.
Yeah, and it's like when you have that kind of power, it's just like, well, I mean. Wanted you to process for a moment.
And I really like the guy who plays the Flash, Grant Gustin. He's fantastic. Very talented, incredible voice.
I'm surprised they didn't use him in the Justice League movie.
I'm surprised they didn't even take a page at all from the TV series to show how you could utilize the Flash, because
it's kind of the weird part is that the TV series are like looking way better than the movies.
That's the thing. Like, they have far less budget to work with, and they are killing it week by week. The storylines are strong. The actors are. In fact, the funny thing is I think that the guys CW, with the kind of success that they have with all of the superhero and supernatural, and I mean, they just do all the best shows. CW is probably the best TV series, or TV network. That's the word I was looking for. They just have all the greatest shows. And even Supergirl went from like CBS and they moved over to CW and then joined the Arrow, the Flash, and the Legends of Tomorrow. And the Legends of Tomorrow are really good too.
Is the crossovers.
They do it all the time now, and it's really cool because
it's just so unheard of.
That team really works well together.
They do. That's like I've seen some of the work when they did together, and I loved it.
Yeah.
It's just nice to see them put it all together and have it like actually work.
And you know what? Supergirl doesn't destroy every freaking building whenever she fights a bad guy. She just destroys small little bits here and there, but she's pretty careful actually. And unlike in the DC movies, it's like they're just tearing apart cities. They're not even trying to keep people safe.
My mother lived on.
Yeah, it's just destruction.
Concrete flying from that height will kill everyone below it. It's like, what the heck, people? Like, these movies are kind of just becoming like destruction porn.
I mean, that's probably a good way to describe it.
It's really becoming a bit much. Like, the reason I like...
Dial back the moxie, soldier.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason I like the TV series more than I like the DC movies is because they aren't destroying everything. They're literally just fighting the bad guys and then moving on.
Yeah, I mean, mostly it's the bad guys causing the damage.
Yeah.
I mean, the good guys
are always preventing that kind of damage.
I mean, you've got, like
honestly,
Marvel.
Superman is just reckless in how he takes care of anything. You don't see Batman out there destroying, like, building upon building. You don't see the Arrow out there destroying buildings. The Flash isn't destroying buildings, even when he's running on them. Like, he's all...
I mean, sometimes he does.
No, he doesn't.
Well, if he's running fast enough, he'll tear up asphalt and flip cars just by running past him. I've seen it.
But in the show, though, he just doesn't do that.
Well, the cars still shake when he runs by him. The alarms go.
Everything moves. Yeah. No, actually, he doesn't even do that. He's learned how to just run at proper and if he has to chase somebody, even when they do those scenes, they don't show him destroying on his way. He never destroys anything.
I would have agreed to destroy more.
It's almost like he's slipstreaming through instead of creating all this destruction. Like when he moves fast, he's not necessarily pushing outward in this like giant force wind. He's actually like cutting through.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
And that's why he's not like this kind of destructive type. Even Supergirl, when she's fighting like some of the big bads, like they do get, but they tend to go out not as much, you know, in the inner city. She tries to keep it out of there, or they just, yeah, they're like in let's say a train yard area, or they're like
somewhere that if you destroy it up, there's not going to be a lot of bystanders.
Yeah, like heavy equipment areas and stuff. Like they don't really just go through the city just destroying everything, because otherwise Supergirl's got to spend all her time saving all of the people down below, because she won't let them all die.
Yeah.
So you're looking at Superman up there just like running him through buildings, and you're just thinking like there's a lot of people dying below, and he's not saving a single one of those people.
Hang on. These notes aren't complete. The formula is missing.
It's just really strange because they're not really representing Superman the way that he would never let a shred of shrapnel fall on anyone.
No, he wouldn't. He's too much. No, he would always.
That's the whole point of Superman, is that even if he accidentally like something, he would go down and he would stop the big thing from falling on the people.
Yep.
You know, or he'd fly down fast enough to make sure he got everyone out of the way of the debris. But not once has he really been he's not doing that in the movies.
No, he's just straight up destroying everything.
And then and that's why in my mind, I'm like, I'm on Batman's side, dude. This guy's just freaking going nuts over here. Like, take Zod out to the countryside, jackass. Like, what the hell? You know? Get him out of here. Fight him out of there. What are you bringing him into all these inner city for? And that's when you're thinking, like, you know, the directors have really made some pretty big mistakes, as well as the writers, about how they go about it.
The action was there, but it's a misrepresentation of what those characters are.
The reason that people are heroes is because they don't let people die.
I mean, I get it. Like, the whole, there's 51 universes, so technically there are those versions that do exist. So I get that interpretation of it.
I mean, thank goodness there's enough universes you can rewrite this stuff.
Sorry, Bob.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like giving.
Thank goodness there's a bunch
of
universes.
The whole multiverse stuff like really makes it
a lot
pretty
better.
Awesome.
But you know, every single one of the CW should do the movies.
traps for these guys.
I mean, if somebody could just fund the CW to take Arrow, Flash, all of their characters they've built in the shows,
Yeah, you
and
get
make
those in
a
the
movie and show them how it's done. That's what they need to do.
Why are we the ones trying to...
Get over here!
Right. It's amazing the kind of things that get funded out there, but oh man, if there was any way for the CW to get the kind of funding to also be able to take their characters to movie, I mean, wow. And then you have all of the work that's been done in the TV series, which means that everyone has to go watch that.
I mean,
It's very comic book.
Incentive.
It's a very comic book thing. So, like, if you wanted to know what happened in those scenes and why Batman's doing this, you need to go back and read comic book like 1 through 37.
Well, because each of these heroes has their own comic series.
Exactly.
And then they have crossover ones.
Right. So you get a crossover and you make a movie, and then everyone has to go back and watch every single TV series to really understand who all these characters. They've already been developed. They already have a full story.
So you can just do action.
They've got 4 to 5 years of literal storytelling of comic book, excerpts.
I mean, that would be kind of the nice thing, that if, like, they would just assume that people knew the backstories of these characters and just went straight into the story.
That's kind of my point. That's why I'm like, what is with all
these
these
characters
weird
have-
comic book entrances and this
I mean,
weird,
these characters have
stupid
been
stuff
so
they're doing?
established that you could literally just throw the character's name out and they have a generic look of that character and people will know.
Yeah, even if we don't know the character, we can Google it.
Sign tab. It's just danger. Keep out.
And
I'm gonna go in there.
the beauty of YouTube is that if you're like, oh my gosh, who is this guy playing the Flash? I mean, I see it on the movies, and they put him in all this armor, and you think to yourself, well, that's not very fast. The Flash almost doesn't need armor because he's so quick. He also can phase through things.
Yeah, but you get people who are just as quick as he is eventually, and faster.
Yeah, but even they don't wear armor. It's like they use the suit. They use what I love about the Flash, the TV series, is that Cisco and Caitlin are science geniuses, along with Dr. Wells, and they have this ability to take fibrous material and make it strong enough, and have him hold electric and do certain things with the suit.
Something to channel
Just like
static
Batman.
he does.
The suit does the work. It doesn't need to look like
Yeah.
it's doing the work for it to. That's why I really like the series.
I've liked what I've seen of it.
Hey, this is weird.
Because to me, the series are behaving more like DC and Batman than the movies are. The movies is like everyone's wearing armor, everyone has this like fish
Sounds like
scale
she had a
style look
change
to
of
them.
heart. She tried to block the payment.
Texture this,
Joker
texture
doesn't like it when
that,
his
and I'm
partners try
like,
to back out.
So he decided to get himself back to Arkham, find his formula,
You know?
and create the army himself.
Exactly.
So far they've established that Joker was working with Dr. Young. So the first doctor that we saved, the chick, she's working with Joker.
God, I would even take the TV series Batman. I would even take all of that because it's all on the CW.
And the second.
A message from Joker, well, Jack White. It's a long thread. She's begging to stop the experiment, says it's too dangerous. He's not listening. Let's see. Random threats to
Oracle's just hacking her email and just reading through.
A picture of a dead baby and a threat.
Go on.
He says, I'm coming for you. I want what I paid for. And then another joke about wheelchairs. Lovely. And a drawing of some kind of donkey.
No mystery why she's so scared. I'm coming up to the surface. I'll find her.
It's like, Batman, this might be a mistake. If this is your only way out of this damn cave.
It's really funny. Climb. Hop.
This is so tedious to get out of. And you have to come back here a couple of times. He couldn't grab the shit he needed the first time he goes in there. So, there's a truck over here.
Whee!
Back clock. Do the thing. using that super glue.
Easy. A blind man would have stumbled over that one.
Doubtful. Very doubtful.
That is so not true. There's no way a blind man could have stumbled anywhere in here other than down.
Basically, as soon as you hit certain, how many you found, that's when he talks. And so it's funny that we triggered that one.
Oh, you found that one. Sorry, it wasn't much of a challenge. I was running out of time.
Time. Something you're going to be serving. Riddler's response? Ooh, ominous. Ooh. Missed that shot. Yeah, I don't have the tool I need here yet. I'm just saying, like, Batman should have been a little bit smarter here, and, like, as soon as he, like, realized he had to go through this whole place, he should know the topography. You know?
Is he here yet? You're kidding me, right? That thing's not a man. My God!
Hello. My name is Dr. Gretchen Whistler. Do you understand?
His shoulders are weird.
Yeah, I hear you, bitch. So
Ooh,
instead,
he's angry.
I'm getting
Spitting fire.
Oh, language, young man.
Language.
There's a lady present.
Upgrade. Alright, what do we got? Do we have less selective detonation, use for advance. Upgrade the explosive to automatically detonate if nearby now. So battery during combos that can be used to knock down fog. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hold on to that upgrade until I unlock more stuff. Because, oh Jesus! How long have you been here, sir?
There are like skulls and in the wall in there too. It wasn't just like.
See, this is when people think asylum, they think places like this.
Yeah. Well, not to mention the fact that if you give other people control over you, as soon as that happens, it starts becoming a relatively abusive situation.
Yeah. Make my way. Man, how is that wall not already blown up? Yep, that's a pit hole.
Looks like a long way down.
Indeed. Can't believe we hit Bane with a car, though.
Pretty
That
cool.
really does seem really excessive for Batman.
I don't know, though, with Bane that juiced up.
I'm just saying, though, like, that's a pretty calculated move to take him out with a car.
Oh, and if you get a shot in the dark, don't worry. It's very little chance of getting hurt.
He's got snipers out and about now.
I want to check your health insurance. Will I give you have any?
Snipers. Looks like the Blackgate thugs have access to the armory.
They have access to the armory. It won't save them.
I don't see any other ones. Just two?
Oh no, there's a crew of them down there.
Oh, okay. So I was like looking up and I didn't see any more.
Yeah, I mean, it took care of the main snipers. Well, at least not here for now. Make a kick. Yes, I can.
That's awesome. Ooh, I like this scene in here. You almost get used to seeing it in that, like, detective mode, but then it comes back into this and you're like, wow.
Yeah, like, it really, that happens every time I play. I just broke, like, so many bones. Okay, where is the map? Where am I going? So I need to go left. Alright. Onward! Right direction. Okay. I just always like making sure I'm going the right way. I hate when I get turned around.
With these kind of places, I mean, it's really kind of hard to keep track, honestly. It's like, wow, so much.
Put doors, damn you. There's a lot of security in those doors.
Would have sucked if you couldn't open it again.
Don't let him hit you,
Oh, he's got a knife.
I'm not really sure what happened there, but it almost looked like you just headbutted his foot. That would actually hurt.
Headbutt. Not sure how much impact that would really have.
If you actually took your head and just bam when someone kicks you, you might actually break their foot.
I mean, the head is hard.
As long as they didn't have shoes on. If they have shoes on, you're pretty screwed.
Let's see, where is it?
Nothing to see here.
No, there are.
Says no.
There's actually a thing to take a picture of, but I can't remember what it is here. It says subject. It knows it's here.
There's one up there. You see him? You see that guy that was on the other side of the room?
The one's over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see them, but they're in the next section.
Upgrade.
And then he hangs him by a rope. Oh Jesus! You people are dumb.
That would be the coolest tool ever.
Yeah. It would be interesting. Like if it actually could grapple the way it does.
Please remember to keep an eye open for any flying rodents during your duties. I hear the asylum suffers from infestations from time to time.
Okay.
Gotta love those big statues of people.
Yeah, speaking of that. Pretty sure that's what it wants me to take a picture of. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I found more of them.
Ow!
This isn't good. Not good. Not good. Nope. Down. Bad Batman. Ow. Dex.
That really messed you up
That
there.
really rustled my jimmies. Nope, nope. Serpentine!
Boot! Sweet.
Dude, he just like force pulled that guy into a choke and then punched him.
Hello again, boys. Please remember to take good care of all our hostages. They're no good to us dead. However, a bruise here or a cut there won't go amiss.
Just like, how did he get that under there and then put that back on top? Like, I want to know these things, Riddler.
You passed the elementary grade.
I mean, he's just antagonizing you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's a fun way to get around.
Yeah.
Ah.
Joker here. Now that I'm in charge, I'd like to hear all your feedback on the place. I'm especially proud of the decor, and I hope it helps you all become more productive in our task of taking over.
Let's see. Can I see? Yes, I can.
Wayne.
Yeah, it's one of the... Whoa. I turned it off. My screen changed. Yeah, it's one of the riddles. You gotta get a good picture of it.
Careful, man.
Warden Joker would like to announce that
Yeah.
New
Bruce
character
Wayne.
bio.
Master of Disguise. Nice.
You finally get to learn about yourself.
I know, right? Let's see. Where am I going? Okay, front door, I believe. See how my cape's getting
I know,
tattered.
that's so freaking
It's
cool.
actually great seeing all the battle damage stick around.
Yeah. Plus the wetness, it's really neat.
Any available psychos, killers, maimers, and murderers that are not yet in the old mansions? Hurry up, you fools, before I feed you to the man himself!
He's angry!
Well, look who it is.
Yeah, big bad Batman. Come on,
Yeah,
tough
yeah.
guy. Come and get it.
Gotta trigger, gotta trigger that first, and
The legacy of this island has been well and truly what?
every time we come back into this area, it'll show up.
Okay.
Got to be another way in. There always is. Just need to look around.
Find alternate entrance. I mean, if that was actually a usable door.
Please remember to keep an eye open for any flying rodents during your duty.
So,
I hear the asylum suffers from hallucinations.
alright, I'm gonna go the other way. Got turned around. Let's see. Nope, not that way. Nope. Let's see. Aha, there it is. I'm gonna go teach those inmates some manners, Tab. They're like, haha, you're on that side, we're on this side, what you gonna do about it? I'm like, I'm gonna get to you. And it's gonna hurt.
No good one dead. However, a bruise here or
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, visit gamer.gamer.com and support us through Patreon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.